The year 2018 marked a time of significant change within the hallowed halls of Kensington Palace. This historic residence, which has seen centuries of royal history, was about to witness another pivotal chapter in its storied existence. Prince William, second in line to the throne, was in need of a steady hand. As he took on more responsibilities and prepared for his future role, the pressures of public life and the expectations of the monarchy weighed heavily on his shoulders. Enter Simon Case, a rising star in the British civil service. Known for his sharp intellect and strategic mind, Case had already made a name for himself within government circles. His appointment to the royal household was seen as a masterstroke. Brought in as private secretary, Case was tasked with managing the affairs of the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. This role was not just about administration, it was about shaping the future of the monarchy. His mission was clear: to bolster William's public image and prepare him for his future role as king. This involved not only managing day-to-day activities but also crafting a long-term vision for William's public persona. Case brought with him a reputation for efficiency, discretion, and unwavering loyalty. His background in the civil service meant he was well-versed in the intricacies of governance and public relations. He quickly established himself as a trusted advisor to William and Catherine. His ability to navigate the complex world of royal protocol and public expectations made him an invaluable asset. His appointment signaled a new era for the Cambridges. With Case at the helm, there was a renewed sense of purpose and direction within the household. Gone were the days of reactive media management. The old approach of simply responding to events as they happened was replaced with a more proactive strategy. Case brought a proactive, strategic approach to shaping their public narrative. This involved careful planning, anticipating potential issues, and crafting messages that resonated with the public. However, Case's arrival coincided with growing tensions within the royal family. The once united front was beginning to show cracks, and the media was quick to pick up on the discord. The relationship between William and his younger brother, Prince Harry, was becoming increasingly strained. What had once been a close bond was now marred by misunderstandings and differing paths. This rift presented a unique challenge for the new private secretary. Balancing the needs and expectations of the brothers, while maintaining the integrity of the royal household, was no small feat. How could he effectively manage William's affairs while navigating the complexities of a divided royal household? The task required not only administrative acumen but also emotional intelligence and diplomacy. The answer, it seemed, was not so simple. The dynamics within the royal family were intricate and deeply rooted, making it a delicate situation to handle. The dynamics between the brothers, once characterized by camaraderie and mutual support, were rapidly deteriorating. Their shared history and experiences were overshadowed by current disagreements and external pressures. This shift cast a long shadow over Kensington Palace, adding another layer of complexity to Case's already demanding role. The weight of history, the expectations of the public, and the personal dynamics within the family all converged to create a challenging environment. Yet, amidst these challenges, there was also hope. The new era at Kensington Palace was not just about managing difficulties, but also about seizing opportunities. With Simon Case's guidance, the Cambridges were poised to navigate the future with resilience and grace. As the sun rose over Kensington Palace, it symbolized a new dawn for the royal household. The journey ahead was uncertain, but with strong leadership and a clear vision, the future held promise. Prince Harry, once dubbed the Party Prince by the British tabloids, was often seen as the carefree, rebellious younger brother of Prince William. His antics and escapades were fodder for the media, painting a picture of a royal who was more interested in fun than duty. However, Harry had undergone a significant transformation. His military service had instilled in him a sense of purpose and discipline. Serving in the British Army, including 2 tours in Afghanistan, Harry found a new identity beyond the palace walls. The experience grounded him, giving him a perspective that few in his position ever achieved. His marriage to Meghan Markle, an American actress, brought a breath of fresh air to the monarchy. Meghan, with her charisma and modern outlook, complemented Harry's newfound sense of duty. Together, they represented a new chapter for the royal family, one that promised to bridge the gap between tradition and modernity. Yet their popularity seemed to amplify the existing tensions within the royal family. The couple's every move was scrutinized, and their growing influence was seen as both a blessing and a threat. The traditionalists within the palace walls were wary of the changes they represented. The British press, always eager for a royal scandal, seized upon any perceived slight between the couples. Headlines were filled with stories of alleged feuds and disagreements, often blowing minor incidents out of proportion. The media's relentless focus on Harry and Meghan created an atmosphere of constant tension. Rumors of a rivalry between Catherine and Meghan dominated the headlines. The press pitted the two women against each other, creating a narrative of competition and discord. This supposed rivalry was a convenient storyline, but it only served to deepen the rifts within the family. Whispers of discontent from Harry and Meghan regarding their treatment by the institution grew louder. They felt marginalized and unsupported, their concerns often dismissed or ignored. The couple's frustration was palpable, and their disillusionment with royal life became increasingly evident. Simon Case, the private secretary to Prince William, found himself at the epicenter of a brewing storm. Tasked with managing the public image of the future king, Case was under immense pressure. The delicate balance he had been striving to maintain was becoming increasingly precarious. He was tasked with protecting Prince William's image, but how could he do so when the headlines were dominated by his brother's every move? The media's obsession with Harry and Meghan overshadowed William's efforts, making Case's job all the more challenging. The situation was further complicated by the fact that Harry and Meghan's popularity, especially amongst younger generations, was undeniable. They connected with the youth in a way that the more traditional members of the royal family struggled to do. Their appeal was a double-edged sword, bringing both admiration and scrutiny. They represented a modern, progressive monarchy, a stark contrast to the more traditional image that William, and by extension Case, were working to cultivate. This dichotomy highlighted the evolving nature of the monarchy and the challenges it faced in staying relevant in a rapidly changing world. The delicate balance that Case had been striving to maintain was becoming increasingly precarious. The pressures from both within and outside the palace walls were mounting, and the need for a cohesive strategy was more urgent than ever. He was caught between his loyalty to Prince William and the need to present a united front for the monarchy. The internal dynamics of the royal family were complex, and navigating them required a deft touch and a deep understanding of the personalities involved. The situation called for diplomacy and tact, qualities that would be tested to their limits in the months to come. As the royal family faced unprecedented challenges, the role of individuals like Simon Case would be crucial in steering the monarchy through turbulent times. The future of the institution depended on their ability to adapt and evolve while maintaining the core values that had defined it for centuries. The announcement came in January 2020, sending shockwaves across the globe. Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, were stepping back from their roles as senior members of the royal family. The news, dubbed Megxit by the press, sent the monarchy into a tailspin. Behind the scenes, Simon Case found himself thrust into the center of the crisis. He was involved in the frantic negotiations that followed, working tirelessly to find a solution that would satisfy both the Sussexes and the Queen. The stakes were incredibly high. The departure of a senior royal was unprecedented in modern times. The potential damage to the reputation of the monarchy was enormous. Case, alongside a small group of senior advisors, worked around the clock to hammer out an agreement. The pressure was immense. The world watched as the drama unfolded, eager for any scrap of information. The future of the monarchy, it seemed, hung in the balance. The final agreement, announced in March 2020, allowed Harry and Meghan to step back from royal duties and pursue their own financial endeavors. It was a compromise, one that left no party entirely satisfied. But for Simon Case, it marked the end of a tumultuous chapter at Kensington Palace. In the aftermath of the Sussexes' departure, speculation swirled about who was truly responsible for the outcome. The media was abuzz with theories and conjectures, each more sensational than the last. Headlines screamed of betrayal, power plays, and hidden agendas, leaving the public to wonder what really happened behind the palace walls. Some whispered that Simon Case had orchestrated the whole affair, that he had deliberately sidelined Harry and Meghan in order to protect Prince William's position. The whispers grew louder, suggesting that Case, with his strategic mind and close ties to the royal family, had seen the Sussexes as a threat to the future king's standing. Others claimed that Case had been instrumental in crafting the terms of their exit, ensuring that it was as unfavorable as possible for the couple. They pointed to the legal documents and agreements that seemed to bind Harry and Meghan in ways that limited their freedom and financial independence. These allegations, however, were never substantiated. Despite the fervent discussions on talk shows and news segments, no concrete evidence ever emerged to support these claims. The truth remained elusive, hidden behind a veil of royal secrecy. Those who worked closely with Case during this period paint a different picture. They describe a man under immense pressure, trying to balance the needs and desires of a complex and demanding institution. His colleagues speak of late-night meetings, endless phone calls, and the weight of responsibility that seemed to grow heavier with each passing day. They describe a man who was caught in an impossible situation, trying to navigate the competing demands of two very different princes. On one hand, there was Prince William, the future king, with his own set of expectations and pressures. On the other, there was Prince Harry, seeking a different path, one that diverged from the traditional royal duties. They say that Case acted with integrity and professionalism throughout, always putting the best interests of the monarchy first. His decisions, they argue, were not driven by personal vendettas or hidden agendas, but by a genuine desire to preserve the stability and dignity of the royal institution. The truth, as is often the case, likely lies somewhere in the middle. It is possible that Case made decisions that were unfavorable to Harry and Meghan, but not out of malice. Rather, he may have been trying to navigate a complex and unprecedented situation with the tools and information available to him. Case was undoubtedly a key player in the events that led to the Sussexes' departure. His role, however, was just one piece of a much larger puzzle. The dynamics within the royal family, the pressures from the media, and the personal choices of Harry and Meghan all played a part in the final outcome. But to paint him as the sole architect of their exit is an oversimplification. The situation was far more nuanced, involving multiple stakeholders and a web of intricate relationships. Each decision, each conversation, added another layer to the unfolding drama. The situation was far more nuanced than that. It was a confluence of events, personalities, and decisions that ultimately led to the Sussexes stepping back from their royal duties. The complexity of the situation defies easy explanations or simple narratives. What is undeniable is that Case's experience at Kensington Palace left an indelible mark on him. The challenges he faced, the decisions he made, and the lessons he learned would shape his future endeavors. His time at the palace was a crucible, forging a deeper understanding of the intricacies of royal life. He had witnessed firsthand the inner workings of the monarchy, its strengths and its weaknesses. He saw the dedication and duty that defined the royal family, but also the tensions and conflicts that simmered beneath the surface. This duality gave him a unique perspective on the institution he served. He had seen the devastating impact that family feuds could have on an institution. The rifts and reconciliations, the public scrutiny, and the private pain were all part of the royal experience. These insights would stay with him, informing his approach to future challenges. These lessons would prove invaluable as he embarked on the next chapter of his career. Armed with the knowledge and experience gained from his time at Kensington Palace, Simon Case was ready to face new challenges and opportunities. His journey was far from over, and the skills he honed in the royal household would serve him well in the years to come.